Hi, welcome to EOS programming. And what I would want today, we're just going to do some recording. Let's actually save some of our information, and I'll show you how to save things, play them back, and we'll go from there. Let's jump right in. Right, so here we are with our virtual keyboard, and I showed you the keyboard shortcuts. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and make this, actually maybe I'll leave this up and I'll just work off of it for a minute. But I will type in and I will say one full, wait, look, I have a syntax error. I haven't selected something, right? It's because I wasn't on the screen. Let's say one full enter, right? And how about 5 at 50, enter. And how about 28 at 8? Sounds good, right? All right, lovely. This is the look that I want to have on stage, and now I want to record it. I want to store it, right? So part of recording is going to be knowing what cue number we want to save this as, right? Everything is going to be saved as a cue number. Okay, and when the light board is playing back those cues, it's going to play that back sequentially. It's just like layers of pancake, and an entire pancake, right, are the various cues or the looks, and the light board is going to eat the first pancake completely. Then when you hit the go button again, it'll eat the second pancake completely. It's not going to chop all the way through the stack and play different things back, right? So it's pancake programming. Not really. Um, anyway, so here we go. It's sequential programming, right? So I want to go ahead and save this. So now I want to go over to my memory section of the console, and I'm going to press record. And now it wants to know what I want to record. And we have a variety of things that we can save, right? I could save palettes or presets or submasters or groups or whatever, right? But I want to save a cue, and the cue button is right next to it. So I'm just going to say record cue 1. And now to finish that command, I just press the enter key. Enter. You'll note that everything on screen has now changed from that red editing value now to a blue value or to a colored value. Everything has changed here. Let's add something to this. Let's say 54 full, enter, and how about 55 at 65, enter, and 81 at 50, enter, right? So now I've added that, and let's go ahead and say record, and I'm just going to record my second cue, cue 2, enter. And you'll notice down here in our cue list that we're actually now working in Q2. It has automatically, it's recorded it, and it has automatically moved us to Q2. We are now displaying Q2. Let's do one more. And this time I want channel 1 to go out, and I would like 5 to go out, and how about 81 to go out, right? 81, I need to hit the out key, out, right? So I've taken those out, and let's go ahead and record Q3, enter, right? So now I have recorded my next cue, and you'll see again that my cue list has changed at the bottom, right? My cue playback is now showing that I'm displaying Q3. Now, in order to play these cues back, right, to be able to look at the cues, right, I have a go button and I have a back button, right? And if I hit the back button, it now reverses me into Q2. And there's a couple of things that I would like to chat about. In regards to our keyboard shortcuts, the space bar is equal to the go button, and control space is the back button. In our virtual keyboard, you'll also see that we now have our playback display here, and this yellow tab shows me the cue that I'm in. The gray tab next to it shows me the cue where I am going to, right? So if I were to hit the go button, I will advance into Q3. Now, that was lovely. I'll hit the back button and I will back into Q2. Let's say that I'm playing my show along and everything is going fine, but then I accidentally hit the go button early. Oh my God, oh my God. If you hit the back button, it will pause. It will stop the execution of that cue in midstream. It will stop it at whatever point it is in the fade. The console is now waiting for you to make a choice. You're partway into the crossfade into Q3 and you have a choice. You can go ahead and continue and finish that cue by hitting the go button, or you can hit the back button, which will reverse you into Q2, right? So after you hit, if you're in mid fade, if I hit the go button and then pause, I now have a choice. I can either go back, and you can see that my timing is in red. Anytime that you have red on screen, it's giving you a warning, no matter where it is. Red is a warning. Either you haven't saved the information, you're in the middle of a go, or you've typed an error. Red is a warning. We can either hit back, or we can hit the go button, right? I hit back. Now, I'm going to go ahead and reverse this all the way back into Q1. And what I would like to do is let's talk a little bit about what these colors on screen mean, okay? Right? If it is blue, that means that that channel has risen. It's come from a lower value to a higher value. Let's hit the go button. I'm now going into Q2, and you'll see that channel 54, 55, and 81 rose to these values. So they're in blue, right? Now, these other values here that we had from Q1, they remained the same, right? So they stayed the same. They did not change. So they are in this magenta, purple, whatever color you want to call it. I'm going to call it a magenta, right? Any channel that is not changed is going to be in this magenta. Now, let's hit our go button again. And now I have channels that went down, right? And they're in green, right? So these channels were at a value and now they have gone down. There's an easy way to remember this. The grass is green and the sky is blue. So if there's a channel that's gone down, it's gone towards the grass, so it's gone down. If a channel has risen, it's in blue, which means it's gone up towards the sky. The grass is green and the sky is blue. And that's the way that we can easily remember that, right? So now we have recorded some cues, we've played some cues back, but now I want, no matter what I do, I am always playing back a cue. I'm always in a cue. I'm always showing something. And if I would like to go to, a specific, rather than hit go, 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 right? I do have a button that's called go to cue. And I can say go to cue, any cue number that I want. Go to cue 3, enter. Will immediately take me to Q3. I've skipped Q2 altogether, right? I can say go to Q1, enter, and that'll take me back to Q1. The go to Q key will move me to any cue in my stack. It'll move me to any pancake. It'll move me to anywhere I want in the cue list. If I want to quit displaying cues altogether, right? Let's say that my next cue wants to be a blackout. If I say go to Q0, right, there is no Q0, enter. There actually is a Q0, but it's non-editable. You can't record it, right? And so now I can say record Q4, enter, and now Q4 is my blackout at the end of the scene. Yes? So we've covered the go to cue, we've covered the color of the channels, playback, forward and back, and go to cue. And I think that's plenty for this video. See you again.